guys, welcome to card making with Crystal. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute doctor's coat card. It's a gatefold card with a special feature inside. Closes like this and this. Let's make it. Hi guys, so this is everything you need to make your card. I'm going to leave the measurements for all of these items in the description box of this video, and let's get started. We're going to do some scoring. I am going to score. This is for your base card. It's 9 1/4 by 6 inches. I'm going to score it at 2 1/2 and 6 3/4. Then I'm going to take this piece, which is 12 inches by 4 inches, and I'm going to score this in half at 6. We're going to do some more scoring, but I'm just going to put it because we have to do some measuring before we score. Up the two sides of these to make your doctor's coat, you're going to measure 2 inches on each side. From this measurement, you're going to measure 3 1/2 inches. You're going to put your 3 1/2 inch measurement at the 2 inch measurement, and you're going to measure at the 0 and at 1/4 inch. Okay, then you're going to come up here and you're going to measure 1 1/8. And you're also going to measure 1/4 inch. So now that you finish measuring this side, all you have to do on this side is make that measurement of 1 1/8 inches. Right, and you're done with your measuring. Let's bring in our scoreboard. We're going to, remember we made a couple measurements here. We're going to score from here, the 1 1/8 to the 2 inch mark on both sides. So to do a diagonal measurement like that, I like to use this 6 inch space on my scoreboard that has these lines. So these markers are at 3, 6 and 9. So this is where I will put this at this point, and then I will run my bone folder up from here, and I will let this point down here meet it. And that is the best way to do a diagonal measurement. So you using this 6 inch line to make it. So right, and then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Nice. And this is it. Right, now what I want you to do, take your T-square ruler. You're going to line it up with this measurement, and then you're going to measure in between these two lines here. So you know we have one here and one here. Just find the middle point and put a little point there. Right, so your paper should look like this. You have that measurement that is 3 1/2 inches between here and here. This is 1/4 inch, and then you have that 1/4 inch coming here as well. What I want you to do is join your pieces of paper like this, and we're going to cut both sides at the same time so we get a clean cut. Right, do not fold it, don't crease it here. You're just going to join it at the edges and make sure it's equal. And I'm going to make some cuts, and let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut from here to here on both sides. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to cut from here to here. Right, and then I'm going to turn it again. I'm going to cut from here to here. And that will give you the label of your doctor's coat. Now, we're going to do some folding and burnishing now so that we finish the coat. And now once you turn it this way and you close, it's perfect. Look at that. So let's carry on. We're going to put this aside and do everything else. So now I want you to take this piece of paper, fold it like this, just in half, and burnish. And we're going to design the front of this piece of paper, right? I want you to take your tie. This is 5 inches by 3/4 of an inch, and mark it on the 3/4 side here, and then mark it 1/4 and a half, just like that, on both sides. So you're going to mark it at 1/4 and a half. Then you're going to grab your paper cutter, and on one of the sides, any side you want, cut off 1/2 inch. You're going to take your main tie and you're going to cut from this point to the end, and the other side as well. Now you're gonna measure up 1/4 inch on both sides, and then you're gonna measure the middle, which is 3/8, and we're gonna hand cut this one. So we're gonna hand cut. If you line up your scissors with this and just snip, and line up your scissors from here to the top and just snip. So here's our tie, and I'm gonna hand cut this one as well. Where's our marks? Right, see your marks here? So I'm just lining up my scissors from here to here, snip, and I'm gonna line up my scissors from here to the top and cut that off. And now we have our tie, and let's work on our color one time. Since we have our tie out, you're gonna take this tiny piece of paper, which is 3/8 of an inch by 1 inch, and you're gonna cut it diagonally from the top here to the bottom here, just like so. All right. Good. So now this is gonna act as your color for your shirt, like this. And we have our tie. We're gonna measure this half. Will be at 2. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to stick down this base. Look for where you made the markings and you'll stick down that part. We're going to take this and stick it inside here. That is so beautiful already. I mean, you could give them the card like this, but of course we're not going to do that. We're going to make it look even fancier. So we're going to start by putting the lower pockets. So we're going to put one pocket on the side, like so, at the bottom, like if you're just seeing the pockets alone. And then we're going to stick the next pocket on the other side. And you know, I always tell people, you know, card making is all in the details. As I said, you could have given that card just like that, but we really want the wow effect when our doctors see these cards. You want them to be like, oh my gosh, you know, this is so beautiful. The people can tell when you sort of go all out of your way to make things beautiful for them. Look at that. That looks great. So I printed this name for my doctor and this beautiful sentiment. We're so thankful for everything you do for our family. Stay as sweet as yours. So this is 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, right? So that's for inside. That covers that. Let's get the name of the doctor cut. Now I'm going to take my lovely name of my doctor and I'm going to put it at the top of this pocket here, so she has her name on a coat. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it directly on my coat. And you're sticking it just about 1 inch above, or maybe 3/4 inch above, just to make sure everything is seen nicely. Right, so I'm going to measure, yep, and 1/4 inch from the end, 1/4 inch from the end, hold and drop. Now let's put in the pen. Alright, so it looks like a pen in the pocket. Perfection. That looks great. Center and stick your sentiment down. And you're gonna take this and stick it down at the top here, like so. Now all we have to do is add our buttons, which I have right here, and put it to dry, and then we'll prepare our stethoscope. And now we're going to get the stethoscope ready, and that's the last step. How awesome is that? I'm going to grab my Big Shot machine, my very heavily used and well-loved Big Shot machine, and we're going to cut out the stethoscope twice, and I'll tell you why we're cutting it out twice. So we're making our sandwich. We're putting the die cut cutting side down on the paper, then down on one plate, and then we're going to make it into our sandwich. Another plate on top, okay? Silver, black. So now we have two pieces die cut, and let me show you what to do. Usually you don't have an all silver stethoscope. Normally this area is black and just this part and this part is silver. So you're gonna cut these parts off, 1, 2, and right, now that our stethoscope is completely dry and our buttons should be dry as well, I'm going to put the first piece here. So you want this stethoscope coming off a little bit, and you don't want to stick down the entire thing on the card. So I'm going to put glue here. Right? And I'm going to put the stethoscope, I'm going to raise it, and then I'm going to put it down like this. So it's around the doctor's neck. I'm going to hold that down there so it dries. Once it dries, okay, cut this off at this point up here in line with the coat. So you see how that's perfect. And then you have your beautiful doctor's card with your stethoscope coming over the shoulder, a nice pen personalized with the doctor's name, beautiful fold out card on the inside. Thanks so much for joining me while we made this really cute doctor's coat card. It's perfect for any doctor. If you like this video, make sure and give it an actual thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any content, and stay crafty, my friends.